Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. Today I got a really cool review that kind of came out of left field. I had some family that was visiting my nephew and his dad over the weekend. They came last Friday and we played our usual favorite games and we're having a blast, and we wanted something new, something that we hadn't played before. And I had like an extra $10 left on my PlayStation Network account. And so we looked through on the PlayStation 3, and I just downloaded the wonderful Neo Geo game Shock Troopers. I usually buy the money cards for $20. You know, I can usually get 2 games. So I bought that for $10. I had another $10 left over. And I saw this really interesting game. I hadn't seen anything on it, but I liked the title and the artwork and the style of it. And it was called Luftrausers. It's an indie game, very strange, stylish, almost like an 8-bit game with some 16-bit graphics in the cutscenes, or at least in the menus. And we went ahead and took a chance on it, downloaded it, and it is one of the most fun, addictive games I've played since the late 70s in the arcades. It reminds me a lot of Asteroids, how the spaceship kind of floats around. It has momentum. You can spin it around while you're shooting targets. It's a lot like that, but amplified. It's almost like it's like it's on steroids. And it's a really stylish game. It has kind of this sepia tone overall kind of look to it, style to it. It's very mesmerizing. The graphics are very straightforward. It has this really cool techno music that fits the theme and the vibe of the game really well. It has lots of RPG elements with the little plane, which is called a rouser, that you fly around. And there's different rouser planes. They all have different attributes. You can do different weapon loadouts. Some of them can hover more. Some of them have faster jets. Some of them can even go underwater without getting damaged. So you can kind of design and craft the perfect rouser that you can fly around with. And you just have a barrage, a bullet fest of weapons and rockets coming at you. There's battleships that are bombarding you. Occasionally, they'll even, after you kill so many enemies, there'll be a giant blimp that appears. It's almost impossible to destroy, and you get a barrage of just bullets from that. But that's not so much what makes it fun. What's cool is that the aircraft has the ability to repair itself as long as you stay off the trigger. But when you stay on the trigger and continue to kill, every few seconds you continue to kill enemies and take out enemy planes, rockets, missiles, ships, what have you. It keeps your multiplier actually going, and it goes from 1 to 20. The more you keep that going, it doubles and quadruples each of your points to try to get that high score. It's highly addictive, and we played this game for 3 days straight. My wife is getting sick of the techno music in the background because, 5-6 hours straight sessions we play this game. And I got like a 6,600 score that was like unbeatable. My nephew kept trying to beat it. All of a sudden he gets one at close to 10,000. You just work harder at beating the scores. There's a lot of luck involved, but there definitely is a rhythm to each of your rousers and how it spins around with the momentum. It's a simple control stick. One stick controls it, and then you have like a thrust button for thrust, and then you can just lay in on the triggers. And depending on your loadout, each loadout does things. One that's kind of like a shotgun that spreads the weapon, spreads your bullets out. There's one that's more of like a missile. There's one that actually shoots 4 at a time little rockets that come out that have some slight guiding tendencies. It'll kind of curve and arc towards whatever enemies are closest. It's really neat how you can pick out the weapons that you like in your loadout. It has these delightful cutscenes that have a lot of really cool charm to them. It's really neat. And then as you play the game, there's multiple challenges down underneath on the menu screens. You have to kill so many boats within a certain time limit or at a maxed out multiplier setting, something like that. And then each of those you do and unlock something else. So eventually you can even unlock other color palettes to go in and then give your background some really cool colors. Some of them are kind of in black and whites and grays. Some are in bright colors. Bright blues and what have you, and reds or greens. It's really neat. So this game offers some interesting things that mixes it up. Not only that, but as you design and customize each of your rousers or your planes, there's a special kind of a techno musical theme that goes with each plane. So it even keeps the music fresh. You can change it up. There's even a random setting where it randomly selects a special loadout for you in plane, which even that is fun in and of itself. So this game is amazingly addictive. I honestly can't think of the last indie game that has had as much impact as this Luftrausers. It's just a fantastic game, highly recommended. I'd pay $60 for this game in a heartbeat. It really is a blast. And it goes to show you that you really don't need state-of-the-art graphics to make a fantastic game. This game proves it. It nails the coffin shut on that argument. This game is highly addictive. I mean, even after my company left, I went back for another 2.5 hours last night. My wife said, I can't take that music. I love it, but you gotta shut it off. She went to work this morning with music actually still stuck in her head. It's so cool. The game has a lot of charm. So you can watch some gameplay videos of it. There's actually, surprisingly, I found that there's quite a few reviews and impressions videos of it, but I had to do one of my own. I really wanted to recommend the game. I even recommended the game to Steve Benway over his live stream because I've had so much fun. It's all I've thought about for days. So if you got a couple extra bucks, if you got a PC or PlayStation 3, you can download the game. Unfortunately, it's not on, I don't know why it's not on Xbox Live Arcade, but fortunately I still have my PlayStation 3. It's a wonderful game. You can still play it on the PC as well. It's a very cool game. It's a real throwback to the old arcade games that I grew up with and love so much. So, for the love of God, if you got a few extra bucks in your pocket, have a PC or PlayStation 3, you got to get Luftrausers. It really is fantastic. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy your game no matter what it is. Thanks.